Elon said he'll take over the government. I don't see how that happens. I really don't. He's in a lot of trouble right now. His stock is in trouble, though it is going up a little bit. His biggest problem, I think, is these 14 states I've been talking about for weeks that are suing the Trump administration. They're in trouble with that because they signed an affidavit saying he's not head of Doge. And then 2 weeks later, you got Trump in the State of the Union saying he's head of Doge. It's like, really? Come on. It's crazy. Had an ovation for him and everything. And I think that the federal judges got his number. Seriously. Like the Eagles had KC's number in the Super Bowl, the judges got his number. They realize that what he's doing and what Trump is trying to do, they see the playbook. It's been 9 weeks of the same playbook. Let's go ahead, break the law, see who comes at us either in the courts or via the judges. If we lose a judgment, we're going to take it to the appeal, then we're going to take it to the Supreme Court. The problem is, as you're pushing this through, everybody else is pushing back. And the judgments are coming against you. As I record this, out of 39 judgments, 38 you've lost. And you keep losing. And they're jumping up and they're moving. And what's happening is the judges are moving faster because they realize the sense of urgency. Especially after Boasberg last weekend put in a judgment overnight and they sent 100 people to El Salvador. Then they tried to change judges. Then they tried to put articles of impeachment, which aren't going to go through because they don't have the votes. So now you're pissing off the judicial branch with this bull. And you got, even Justice Roberts, who's rebuking Trump, the very guy who nominated him. And it gets even worse because what's happening is if you repeat the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over and over, it's going to catch up to you and you're going to lose this out. And I think that's the biggest thing that's happening. Elon is also losing favor with Trump because he no longer has the right to go fire people like he wanted to. Yeah, very good. Because now you got these 14 states suing you to get Elon removed from power of Trump. How are you going to run this? How are you going to be the one in charge? How are you going to take over government when you can't even fire somebody like you used to? And they're leaving that to the cabinet. And by the way, the cabinet can't stand you. The White House press secretary can't stand you. MAGA can't even stand you. Steve Bannon, the influencers, can't stand you. It's not working well for him. And I think he's basically bringing himself to the door. I'll give him somewhere between roughly June, July before he's out the door. And eventually he's going to go to jail. It's going to take some time for that, like years, because there's a process to it. Our government's slow, and now we know why that's a good thing, because that's why Trump hasn't been able to really do anything. Think about it. He's been executing, but he hasn't been effective. 99% of the things he did, they take down. So when you're looking at something new like education or like Social Security, don't freak out. He's going to get taken down. It's going to happen because it's happened over the last 9 weeks. Every department, you tried to fire tens of thousands, they got their jobs back. And Elon, all in the midst of this, has the same playbook over and over and over. And we see it. We see that. We see Trump's playbook. He ain't going to be running the government, and neither will Trump. Did I earn your subscription? If so, subscribe to my Darren Monroe Politics YouTube. If you're looking at this from somewhere else, another video I shared, I got over 500,000 to 700,000 followers. I'm not even counting anymore. But point is, across social media, several accounts. But I will tell you to follow me there and get over to my YouTube on Darren Monroe Politics. And subscribe.